That was weird. It was the whole thing with having someone reach out to me via Discord that probably fucked it up.
Someone was on our Discord?
Well, someone joined the Discord and they sent me a private message. So I think that might have.
You got spammed by spammer.
Probably. Well, I guess I'm going to download the two VODs and try to mash them together and to make one.
You just do like a scratch take. Editing error.
Yeah.
And keep on going and don't even mention it. In fact, delete this entire conversation. Hey, I got a viewer.
Oh, okay. He was rating me with 3 people.
No, I got a spammer. Fuck you, spammer. I swear, man, spamming is really the lowest form.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm done with the gray.
Cool, get the fuck out of my apartment. But leave the minis. They're mine now.
I got a wet brush and I'm not afraid to use it.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm probably gonna reach out to the guy that rated me and just say I apologize for disconnecting.
Please rate again, that was fun.
There we go. Unusual DM activity detected reviewed alert. I'll review it later. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to defeat now.
That's what she said joke somewhere in there. But even I won't go down that territory.
What, you don't like foot jobs?
I don't get feet, people. I really don't.
It is indeed a strange kink.
Scat and feet. The two things I really don't get.
I get feet a little bit more than scat, to be
So do
honest.
I! So do I! But I still don't get it. Just about everything else. Alright, you know what? I can do your thing. But, well, not just about everything else. Like, there's still the question of legality.
Okay. But yeah, look at the backpacks.
Yeah, see, that looks good.
Yeah. Now for the feed, what should I highlight them with? 'Cause that's... So, just put more temple guard right back on?
Yeah.
Okay. And just to make sure.
Because we don't have anything lighter on the blues.
Fair enough. I mean, I could mix a little bit of...
White into it, but honestly, I don't think it's necessary. You just want to reinvigorate the original color while leaving the recesses there, right?
There you go. This should be close to good.
Yes.
So let's shake this up a little bit.
And also, don't feel bad. I've literally done that hundreds of times myself.
There we go.
And it had been a while since I had painted, and I honestly kind of missed it.
Yeah, it was definitely dull weeks.
I need to refine my passion in painting. I kind of got painted out on orcs. Too many of them in a row. And that's why I kind of started doing the kill team and the collecting guard stuff.
Yeah.
Although the collecting guard stuff is literally just happenstance and then GW marketing. Let me explain. So, through collecting for kill team and collecting for orcs, I already had the sorry, I already had the Krieg veterans and the sorry, I already had the Krieg veterans. Then they announced the Rekka box, which was the Ratlings, sorry, versus the Orc Rekka crew. So I'm like, well, I'm definitely getting that because orcs. And around the same time, they announced the release of the new edition of Kill Team, which, well, that's what we started doing together.
Yeah, the Hive Storm.
Exactly. So it's like, I have 3 of the 4 guard kill teams. For the fun of it, let's just go get the carcassons, and I'm gonna have all of the guard kill teams. And then a few months later, the new guard codex came out, or the announcement for it, which was the absolutely magnificent Krieg box, which I was already considering getting. And then they also announced the new Combat Patrol box, and the new Combat Patrol box for guards is shit. However, the old one is pretty goddamn epic and was considered one of the best combat patrol boxes of the line. And wouldn't you know it, our local store still had one of the old ones. So it's like I already had 4 teams for guard. Here's a discount to the new price, but better than the new box guard box. And I'm also going to be getting the Rekka box when they finally release it, which ended up being about a month later. It's like, let's face facts, I'm collecting guard. So I then also got the Krieg box. And right there, that was like 1,200 points in guard. So it's like, all right, I'm already over halfway to the full army. So since then, I've picked up a couple of Toroxes off of Facebook Marketplace, because even though they're the guard's best transport vehicle, they haven't actually printed a batch of them in over 2 years. So when I saw them on Marketplace for the same prices as GW's asking for new and still in box and boxes sealed, I'm like, all right, well, guess I'm saving taxes. And I picked them both up. And I picked up a couple of other like unit boxes along the way. And I also picked up their it's called the Hellhound.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at one of their tanks, and then I saw this on the side, and their Hellhound is the anti-infantry tank, aka flamethrower on threads. And that spoke to me. So I got one of those, and honestly, if I go get the 3 other pieces that I want. Yeah, see, that's, you can see 2 distinct blues. You can see the crevices. See that's
Yeah.
good. I like that. So it's like, all I need to do is pick up 1 Lehman Russ, 1 Rogel Dorn, and I'm going to have the 2,000 point army. And then I can also add in some Tempestus Scions and take out the tanks and have an all infantry army, which is actually the goal. But if you're going to go for an all infantry army on guard, you might as well build all the way up to 3,000 points in total with the vehicles, is basically it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically what I'm aiming to do, and I've got like, I think 1,700 points already. So it's like, I really don't need to go get all that much. I really just need 1 Rogel Dorn, 1 Lehman Russ, 1 Krieg command squad, and a Krieg heavy unit squad, and 2 Krieg infantry squads, because I got all the Cadian squads that I need from the combat patrol box. And if I really want to get fun with it, an extra scout walker. So really, I got 5 boxes that I need to buy. Which, all right, not cheap anymore. But yeah, because they're all smaller minis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They take more precision and almost take a little bit more time because they're smaller. But I feel like it would also be a really good army to try out an airbrush on and learn how to airbrush while doing that army. As well as maybe pick up the Goblin Hobby stamper kits. Once they, I think I've mentioned this before.
Mm-hmm.
possibly not. Um, it's one of the YouTubers I watch, eBay Miniature Rescues.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. He started a company with one of his other YouTuber Warhammer buddies called Goblin Hobbies.
Yeah.
And the first thing that they released is a paint stamp system meant to replace transfer sheets.
Yeah.
That also allow you to basically make your own custom designs for your own custom units and stuff, and regiments. So like if you're building your own regiment from scratch, hey, boom, you can build your own design with all the templates that we provide, and it's literally based off of nail industry technology for paint transfers and stamps for nails. But applied to our miniature hobby, and he sells a kit where you can have all the stamping equipment and the starter stamping equipment and 2 of their custom sheets for $50 or for $150 American. In both cases, you can have an advanced stamper set and all of their stamp sheets.
Nice.
I'm not willing to drop either one of those amounts because the 2 stamps that come with the starter set are not stamps that I would use. They would be for Space Marines and Chaos Marines, and I don't play either. And I don't feel like getting the $150 set for all of the stamp boards because I don't need all of the stamp boards really. So right now I'm just playing the waiting game to see when they start selling the stamp sheets individually, and then I'm just gonna probably pick up the guard equivalent stamp sheet from them. And the thing about the stamp systems is because they're literally carbon copies from the nail industry. They're not just carbon copies, they're the exact same thing. They found a provider in China and printed their company logo on it, but it's the exact same thing as like 80% of like nail companies use right now. So I can go pick myself up that own set myself, probably for cheaper on Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, should I maybe want to support them fully? Sure, maybe. If their advanced, like all the shebang stamp set comes out individually as well, I'll pick it up from them. If they only include the stamp sets in sets with plates that I'm probably not going to use or don't feel like paying the high price for, I can get it somewhere else and still buy their plates. But I'm not going to be like, that's going to be my finishing touch for the Guard Army. I want to build their own logo, and it's probably just going to be like a colored diamond with a number on top of it, like the 14th Mixed Regiment or some shit like that.
Okay.
But I still want to kind of do it myself. And getting good at the stamping would be a hell of a lot easier than getting good at freehand, which is just not gonna happen. All right. So yeah, basically it all comes down to when I build that guard army, it's going to be a second cannonball into the hobby for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be properly ready for said cannonball with everything I want. I'm picky like that.
Okay.
No, that's not the right color either. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna go straight down to Mephiston Red and build back up from there. Yep. That works. That works wonderfully. Straight Mephiston Red on top of the earth. And build back up from there.
You know what I realized I forgot to do with the temple guard?
What?
Water it down.
That probably contributes it to why it's a little bit more vibrant, honestly.
Yeah. Oh well. Shit
Listen.
happens.
And not just that, you started that, so for consistency's sake.
Yeah, no, I finished it, so.
Okay, yeah.
I realized as I was putting the paint back into the bottle.
Oh, jeez. It's already done. Too late.
Whoopsies!
Hey, listen here, Mortal Kombat.
Technically, they say toasty.
Is it?
Yep. I'm just using the same tone.
I legit almost always thought it was a whoopsie.
Yeah, me too. Until I re-listened to, rewatched some old footage of arcades. And yeah, it's toasty. Toasty!
Well, how about that?
Okay. What the fuck do I do now?
Find a way to give me $1 million.
So that would be illegal.
No, you can give me $1 million.
I could, but but the way that you would get the $1 million would be illegal.
Ah. Fair.
Okay, for the hooves though, that's what I wanted to do.
Oh, right. You could do the straight black. You could do different shades of gray overlapping each other. You could do a white or brown hoof, which might actually look nice. Or you could go out of left field, match the braid, and go hot pink and purple.
I mean, I could go to purple.
And hold on. Fulgrim. Oh, Emperor's Children. That means I've got a... This one, the Fulgrim? Oh yeah, and then I got Fulgrim pink.
Yeah.
And then I got pink and pale pink.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with purple. Don't want to complicate it too much.
Pink would be hilarious.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be too like it wouldn't match with the wouldn't match that well with the rest of the scheme.
Match. Take a chance.
And you do it on your minis.
I will once I do some Emperor's Children. Which is basically whenever they release an Emperor's Children kill team. Or Corn kill team. I mean, they've done the Night Lords. I think that's the end of the list on the traders, so the Night Lords. That are specific to the traders. I mean.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna need to go watch this. I'll be back.
Okay, so that is the whole. I think I need 2 coats of the purple. Yeah.
A little bit of, yeah.
That is literally the entire hoof.
Okay. Promise you won't get mad?
See it?
It's a little bit floppy.
That's what she said.
I think you went too high on both.
No, but I'm looking at the lines, and the lines that is literally where the hoof is.
Let me see.
So here's one. Let's see if I can get another one with a higher foot.
Okay, I see where you're going up to. See, look.
Yeah.
I would have just identified this bottom part here.
I know. I would have. I would have too. But if you look at the back, like you see that the rest of the hoof is right there. It lines up to the higher one.
Then I might have done 2 separate colors.
Well, I could do a second color on the lower one.
Yeah.
But using the purple as the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I retract my sloppy statement. Not that sloppy paint jobs are bad, they're part of the learning curve. You've seen my early minis.
Yep.
Damn it, I got a song stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't sing it because of copyright. Damn you, streaming.
It's not really streaming, it's the copyright laws.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how did you like that video I sent you with from the How I Trained Your Dragons section of Epic Universe?
It honestly looks really fun.
Yeah, like
The fact that they're making mushroom jokes, like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And like
and in a tone that the kids won't have a clue either. That's like that's talent.
And like they actually look like their characters too.
Yeah, that was a bonus.
Oops, what's off center here?
Now they just need to set up one of those like experiences up here in Canada. So we don't need to travel to fucking Florida or California.
Or any other country that has parks. Because the Japan one has quite a lot of cool shit too.
Honestly, I'm at the point where I'd consider Japan before the States.
Well, it is a lot cheaper.
Like, that's what I'm saying. The plane tickets are fucking cheaper for Japan than they are for Orlando. Like, I can do Osaka for a week in fucking paradise for cheaper than I can do Disney World. And I'm not saying this just because I looked up the prices.
The only thing is, you'd have to be careful of a few things.
Yeah, tats and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they're not gonna look too bad
Because I'm a foreigner.
Because you're a foreigner, but you may not be able to enter certain locations. But I highly doubt you'd go to an open air bath.
No, it's not an open one. Maybe a private session.
Which is still illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, prostitution is illegal.
It's funny to me because I thought rub and tugs were legal over there. But like,
that's the thing. Like, it's widely known that that those things are rub and tugs, but
they're till okay.
Yeah,
it's basically the same thing as here.
Yeah.
Until people will complain about it, it's really just let them operate.
Yeah.
Now, I did see a couple of months ago a video from like one of the YouTuber shorts that I find entertaining. She's teaching English as a second language in Japan, and she makes shorts about some of the culture shocks in between North America and Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And Fuck, what were we originally talking about?
Tattoos.
Not
And
tattoos.
the open air bath.
Oh, no. Okay, yes. Sorry. She was like, okay, so there was a recent survey done over here asking wives if they think that going to a prostitute is cheating, and over 60% said no because that's a professional. It's not like you're cheating on me emotionally. And she found that absolutely wild, and frankly, so do I. Because that's an entirely different attitude than over here.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Once you're married and you have the kids, you're no longer like boyfriend girlfriend where you fuck all the time. You're in more of a family setting, like mother, father,
Okay.
things like that. So for like the older generations, it's like the sexual side of the relationship kind of goes down.
Okay.
So hence why men will often cheat.
But and hence why women will go, I'd rather him go to a prostitute than actually leave the family setting.
Exactly.
Okay, I mean, that does actually make quite a bit of sense. I mean, it untraditional by our standards, but it frankly makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah.
Almost like the now more acceptable or starting to be prevalent attitude towards polyism over here, where you still love your partner, but you're not getting all your needs fulfilled, whether emotional or physical or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you open up to multiple partners.
Yeah.
Again, not something I want to claim to get for myself, but hey, man, if it's consenting adults,
Exactly.
you do you.
Which, actually, since you're bringing up poly, I do have. Did you?
Are you going to tell me you and your wife?
No.
Okay.
No, but someone from back in Quebec City
Okay.
Came out to be in a poly relationship a year or so ago.
Okay.
And I found that out through Facebook, which is kind of...
Well, it's
Like,
most poly people don't openly share that just because there's still prevalent attitudes in society.
Yeah.
So to be putting it out on Facebook actually means that they're fully living.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
But-
it's like good for them, honestly.
Yeah, good.
If they're at that stage.
Yeah. It just like well, there's also the fact that I kind of lost touch with that person, but for multiple reasons.
Okay.
No, you've met him. You've met the guy.
Oh, your former roomie?
No.
Okay.
The one that did the one and his partner that were doing the photographer at the wedding.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, not to get into the nitty gritty, but they split up. He wound up with another person, and just to learn that he is now in a poly relationship, and they're expecting their second kid in that relationship.
Okay. Well, the friend of mine that I know, honestly, I probably shouldn't be talking about those details on here, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a valid life choice. To me, it really is. It's definitely not for everybody, and it's probably not for me.
Yeah.
I've never encountered the opportunity. I don't know if I ever will, but probably not for me.
Yeah. But
you do you, bro.
Yeah. But just to continue with the story, so when I found out about it, like I was reading up on what he was saying and everything, like on his, because he made a very large a post or two, like around the same time.
Okay.
So I read up on what he posted because at first I thought he was just in a regular relationship when he first announced that his girlfriend was pregnant. So I was like, oh, nice, cool. That's like his third kid technically, because he had two with the previous partner. But yeah, no. So from what I'm understanding, the kid might be one of the other guys.
Okay.
The other, not guys, but the other guy, because they're just a trio.
Oh, so they're a triple?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because there's so many different variants. There's
Yeah.
the triple, there's the quad pull where both are seeing both.
Yeah.
Then there's the more open stuff like, hi, my husband has a girlfriend and I have a boyfriend, and they might also have a girlfriend or maybe be married as well. Like, there's so many variants.
Yeah, there's so many variants.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe the bio dad is the other guy, but I haven't confirmed and I don't really care.
Yeah, it's if he wants to take it as his kid and wants to care for it as his kid, then
Yeah.
it's his kid.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So they were thinking of going to court because Quebec laws, until recently, did not recognize multiple parents.
This week that changed. There was a ruling this week.
Exactly.
And that change was so detailed that it also literally sets a possible precedent for the rest of the country to use.
Yep.
Which is actually kind of nice. Once again, Quebec proving why it needs to be part of our country, as a lot of Anglos hate to say it, but socially speaking, Quebec is the driving factor for the rest of the country.
On certain aspects, yes.
So, social advancement, yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, like, I'm saying, like, first ones to give women the right to vote, first ones to decriminalize homosexuality, first ones to legalize homosexual marriage on a provincial level before it was even done on the federal.
Yep.
First ones to decriminalize sodomy, which was fucking nuts that it took until the 1970s. First ones to legalize abortions. First ones, like, Quebec's got a long history of being Canada's social driver.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe it, like, we desperately need that province to stay in this country. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so because originally, like, they wanted to fight it in court, but with the new ruling, they go like, well, we might not have to do it ourselves since there's been that ruling.
Yeah, no, that's really good for them.
Yeah. But yes.
And as it should be, if they want to raise that child at 3, Christ, that means that kid is getting more loving than the average kid. Let them do it.
Yep.
Anyways.
So, yeah, so now the last news I've had of that person, they are now waiting for their second child in that trouble.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for them.
But yeah, no. So, but to be honest, I was not surprised when he originally announced it. With some of the conversations we've had in the past, though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like my friend. It's that is one when they told me, I was like, you know what? Knowing you, that actually makes perfect sense. Because that person had always been a little bit more open about their loving.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that second code really did go. So now I can put in the code of something else right under it. Right on the tiny toe.
Okay, so this is definitely not the right yellow to do that with. This might suck.
Okay.
Let's try it with this one.
Oh, you put the pinks away.
Did you want it?
Yeah, because to do the little toe, I'll probably do a pink.
Oh, man. Hot pink, light pink, normal pink, or really light pink?
The left one.
My left or your left?
That one.
Hot pink.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have hot pink, I have cotton candy pink, I have pink and light pink.
Yeah, and after I'm done the pink, I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, think I'm doing that with the yellow here. Because covering up yellow and then maybe covering up white is gonna be a pain.
Now to put in a drop of water into this.
Oh, this is the right yellow to cover it up in, but that is way too thick. Can you hand me a Kleenex, please?
Here we go.
Thank you. Remember, folks, if you fuck up, these are water-based. Dip a Kleenex in water and wipe it off. It comes off real nice. Can I have the droplet? Thank you. Covering up yellow is a pain in the ass. not the same shade of yellow, but I can build up the right shade back up better. I'm applying 57 shades of fluorescent yellow on top of the black. And still sees a fucking black.
First guy I did. Go.
I was walking Taz earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody was cooking hot dogs and barbecue. And I'll admit, it kind of made me want to have some for dinner. Simple, quick, tasty. Just don't look at the ingredient list.
Exactly.
It's American haggis. That's tasty. What is it? Cooked in a what now? Give that a try before I do anything else.
Yeah, I think that needs a third coat. Yeah, I think they need a third coat of the pink.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do.
we go.
Okay, yes, this is turning out quite nicely actually now. Sorry, I should do that on camera, shouldn't I?
That would help.
So I don't keep any viewers, half my shit is off camera. And frankly, I don't care. Here's a secret. I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for me. And maybe the guy across the table.
I mean, it's fun to keep a video log of what we did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it.
I'm doing it because it's easier than to fight with you about it. Ha. Nah.
I mean, you decided to stream on your own. I just suggested it.
Yeah, but you were suggesting it like every other time.
I only suggested it one time.
Yeah, then you brought your own shit over and you
Yeah.
started streaming, and I was the voice in the background, and I just can't have that.
That sounds like a you problem.
No comments from the peanut gallery, thank you.
I mean, you're the one that's trying to blame me for you starting to stream.
Oh, I'm just saying, I would have never streamed if you didn't stream. Alright, for yellow, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. For the base coats, I mean.
And there we go. And I'm done.
Hi, Don, I'm Beard. I had to correct myself twice on that one. Because I usually say Dad. And then I was about to say my name, but you people haven't earned that right yet. Until I say otherwise, I am Beard. Make me a millionaire, you can get my real name. Because that's how streaming works. Alright.
Unless you're a VTuber and you start getting doxxed.
Yeah, doxing ain't no fun.
Yeah.
The only people that should ever be doxed are... End of list. No, wait. go ahead and dox leaders of like the KKK and the Proud Boys and shit like that.
Well, technically, all their address are in the public domain.
Ones that are declared terrorists, sure are.
No, like if their name is, or if you already know their name, you can actually look up their information. So that technically they're not.
No, but okay. You know what? I'm gonna stop and then we're gonna talk. Later, guys.
Yeah. So yep, I'm pretty much done for today as well, guys. So thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.